Archangel Michael warns, this very day was set by God for you. Ignoring this message will erase everything He planned. My child, my beloved, there is something you must understand before this day slips away. This is not the time for heaven to whisper. It's saying your name out loud. The divine calendar has marked something holy just for you. I have to talk now because the scroll that was opened over your future could close and never be opened again if you ignore this message, or even if your spirit. And it was my job as Archangel Michael to keep an eye on it until now. Briefly turns away. There is a reason you were seeing these words. My child, my beloved, there is no chance in God's timing or in the way things are lined up. This moment was written across the sky in gold ink a long time before you felt the weight of it. Before your recent tears, before the confusion, before the silence from someone you trusted, and before the change in your finances that made you feel unstable. It was planned. God has seen everything. But He didn't talk to you directly until now. That alone should show you how important this is. Do not blink again, my child or beloved. Make this promise to yourself. I will not scroll past the miracle meant for me. There's something close to you that you prayed for. Heaven's rules are very strict. God watches over what He gives away with one hand. That shield might come off if you turn away now. This is not a scary warning. This is the kind of warning that keeps people alive, protects futures, and leaves a lasting impression. God hasn't forgotten what was done to you, my child and beloved. No one missed the betrayal, every tear you shed in private, every prayer you said in a whisper when you weren't sure anyone heard, and every time you felt like giving up are written down in heaven. God kept them not to punish you, but to get ready to pay you back. That record was locked up until today when it was opened. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Pause for a moment, my child, my beloved, but only for a short time. Feel it. Your eyes are getting a little wider and your heart is beating a little faster. This is not a mistake, it's your soul responding to what heaven put into you. This message was always meant for you to find, but only when you were ready. That's the sign that you are. Pay close attention now. There is a divine deal being made in your name. But it won't go through until you fully understand, believe, and act on it right away. My child, my beloved, I need to ask you something before I tell you what God sent me to do. For a moment, will you let your faith become stronger than your fear? Let me walk you through what's going to happen if you agree. But if you choose doubt and say, maybe later, what I hold will go away and I won't be able to show it again. You already subscribe to many aspects of life such as pain, pressure, and patterns. My child, my beloved, What if on this day you chose to follow God's path instead? Make a promise to yourself that you will read this message all the way through before I go on. Heaven will see that as enough proof that you are ready, and a gate will open in your life that can't be opened any other way. If your spirit can sense this alignment, it's important to stay in touch. It's not about getting notifications when you subscribe, it's about where you stand. When you subscribe, you choose to stay in line with the prophets and keep your spirit open to the guidance and confirmations God is sending out during this season. Don't miss what's going on in heaven next. Stay connected. It really is that strong and real. It wasn't like any other sunrise today, my child, my beloved. In the spiritual world, it was a moment surrounded by light. Every angel knew that this was going to be another test. Would you see the message and ignore it? Or would you see your divine window and trust that you can walk through it? That choice is more important than you think because this message hides doors that lead to what you've been waiting for without realizing it. Someone got in the way of what God had planned for you, my child, my beloved. I say what I mean, not every battle can be seen. There are spiritual ones. Do not think that you have been weak because you have been tired, down, and sometimes hopeless. You have been under spiritual pressure. When you say, I receive what heaven has prepared, that stops. You turn on a power that darkness can't reach. When you say that, this message may make you wonder why it's getting to you now, my child and beloved. Recently, something changed in your life. Heaven got a message from a choice you made or pain you felt. We got that signal because you were ready to hear, receive, and break through whatever was stopping you. But being ready isn't enough on its own. That's why I'm here. You need to answer. You, my child and beloved, are on the verge of something that will change the course of your life. Not next week, not 10 years from now, but right now. I know that you've been let down by promises in the past. I know that your heart is scarred from fights in the past. Today is different, though. Heaven isn't making a promise today. It's a satisfying one, and that doesn't happen very often in life. Are you going to stay long enough to get what's yours? Do not be quiet in your spirit right now, my child, my beloved. If it's telling you yes in the comments, type amen to show that you are staying, that you are present, and that you are ready to receive what God has already. Let your heart lead the way. Plan for you. The two sides are now in alignment, and heaven responds to alignment. Someone divine will take the place of my child, my beloved. What was taken from you will come back to you better. Someone who clearly sees how valuable you are will take the place of the person who turned you down. The chance you missed will come back to you in the form of a call that no one can ignore. It's important to hear this though. You can only receive what you don't leave behind. Now is the time when faith turns into action. You should make up your mind that you won't walk away, not this time and not again. Kindly type amen in the comments to show that you were staying, that you were standing your ground, and that you were ready for the replacement that heaven promised. My beloved child, someone in your family prayed for a miracle long before you were born. And heaven wrote down that you would be that person's child who would receive it. That's why you fought battles no one saw coming and felt pressure no one else could understand. There is a spiritual gift you carry that is being given to people today who open the door. I'm going to take a moment to talk to you directly. Now, today isn't like any other day for you. God knows about some days before we even breathe, and today is one of them. Even if it doesn't seem like anything important is happening, spiritually something big is. This message isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Ignoring signs doesn't change God's plan. But leaving at the wrong time can make what you were meant to receive take longer to come to you. Do not rush, don't go away, stay in the present. This message means that a new opportunity has come your way today. You, my child and beloved, are on the verge of something that will change the course of your life. Not next week, not 10 years from now, but right now. I know that you've been let down by promises in the past. I know your heart has scars. But today is different because heaven isn't just a promise, it's a reality. And that only takes place a few times in a person's life. Will you stay long enough to get what's rightfully yours? Someone divine will take the place of my child, my beloved. What was stolen will come back better. The person who turned you down will be replaced by someone who clearly sees how valuable you are. What you missed will be made up for by a call that no one can ignore. Here it is again, very quickly. You can only receive what you don't leave behind. Someone in your family prayed for a miracle long before you were born. And heaven wrote down that you would be the one to receive it. My child, my beloved, that's why you fought battles no one saw coming and felt pressure no one else could understand. There is a spiritual gift you carry that is being given to people today who open the door. This is more than just a message, my child and beloved. It turns something on. Angels are setting up people, places, and paths for what's next. As you read, but they need you to say yes. Heaven doesn't move without a deal. That's why these times are more important than you think. Your yes is more than just a word. It's a spiritual key. Make use of it. Remember something holy and eternal, my child, my beloved. God never moves without first making sure the one is safe. He plans to bless. He is doing the same thing with you right now. His protection is keeping you safe from something that was sent to disturb your peace recently. There is easy proof of that safety. You are reading this instead of being stuck in that storm. Please let me know if you can feel that protection around you right now. Right. I received divine protection in the comments to show that you agree with what God is doing in your life. Your words don't try to convince God. My child, my beloved, there is more to share with you about this divine shift. The person being prepared for you, the place heaven has circled for your repositioning and the miracle that bears. They just remind your spirit of what is already true. Your full name. But I'm stopping here just to ask this, my child, my beloved, the fact that you want to keep going is a sign from heaven. Your soul agreed to receive more and something opened. You might not be aware of it. I saw it in the spirit world. A gate sparkled. That means the act of delivering has begun. This isn't making things up. This is turning on. As you read this, heaven is checking to see if you will stay until the end. If you leave now, the blessing that is being prepared for you could be lost. It can only stay put where there is a lot of attention. My child, my beloved, I see all the worries you've been having. There were bills to pay, delays, that one person who didn't say anything and made your heart race, and the chance that was promised, but never came. Let me talk to your heart straight. All of these were not denials. They were divine breaks sent from heaven to make the timeline better. You'll never want the less important version of yourself again after what is about to happen. But only if you let this moment sink deep into your soul. Please pay close attention. My child, my beloved, someone is coming into your life who has dreamed about your name before. They didn't want to do it because they didn't know how to react to what they saw. But tonight, they'll get it. And as soon as they do, they'll start moving toward you. You'll both know when you meet. But this will only happen if you don't miss this divine confirmation. My beloved child, I have to tell you something today that many people never hear. There have been talks in heaven about you. Your name was brought up in a place where angels confirm jobs. Someone asked if you were ready, but I, Archangel Michael, defended you. I told her, you have walked through fire and stayed gentle. You have cried and kept going. You have been ignored and still been loved. At that very moment, the word approval for reward was written next to your name. My child, my beloved, this is where a lot of people stop reading. That's when miracles happen, but not to them. These things are given to the person who stays, and endures until the end of the message. You are still here, which is proof enough that you are one of the few people heaven calls the remnant. People who don't run away from divine encounters are the ones who get what other people say is impossible. If someone touched your heart as you heard this, don't ignore that feeling. Sharing this message is not advertising. It's just the right thing to do. When you share a prophetic word, you bring the anointing to other people. What goes through you makes you stronger. Your willingness to follow through could be the answer someone else has been praying for. My child, my beloved, the enemy of your soul only wants you to scroll away, stay busy, and ignore this message as another one. But if you opened your spiritual eyes, you would see your own scroll shining with your name written in the light of heaven. It holds the life you were meant to live before pain changed your mind. That scroll is opening again right now. Hey my child, my beloved, you almost missed this. This message was late 3 times. 3 times forces tried to stop it from getting to anyone. That's why you might have been scared. Today we don't know why. That stress wasn't your fault. It came from the fight going on around you. But now that you're here, the fight is over and grace is coming. You are the reward for heaven's victory. I was told to tell you a certain thing, my child, my beloved. You are holy for the next 3 days. Take note of what's going on around you. Listen to conversations, numbers, and signs you don't expect. A feather, a name, and a sound that keeps playing. These are not picks. These are the codes that heaven uses to make sure that what is going on behind the scenes is real. Do not ignore them. You're not making this change up. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still. You can support this work through the link in the description, or the pinned comment. Stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. You feel it because you were meant to go through it. Hey my child, my beloved, you almost missed this. This message was late 3 times. 3 times forces tried to stop it. That's why you felt anxious. Today, for no reason, that stress wasn't yours. It was part of the battle going on around you. But the fight is ending and the door to favor is opening. Heaven has won and you are the reward. I have to be honest now, my child, my beloved. In a different version of your life, things were supposed to be much harder. That was the plan of evil, but God turned it down. It was changed for you. Holding on when others gave up has already saved you from 3 major disasters, even if you can't see it yet. Heaven saw that you did well on tests you didn't even know you were taking. That's why the reward is coming now, not tomorrow or later. God is not slow, my child and beloved. He is exact. He didn't wait to make you mad. He was ready to keep you safe. The wrong people would have hurt the miracle or used it against you if it had come too early. God hid it for you, not to hide it from you. Everything is moving faster now that you have shown maturity by staying true even when things were confusing. My child, my beloved, a change in position is coming. You are being moved. Whether it's in your body or in your spirit. That's why some people have started to move away. Don't go after them. They're not meant to go with you to the next step. Some people are about to come into your life with keys you didn't know you needed. This move was planned from the beginning by God. This is not a punishment. It works to protect. This next truth may hurt, but it is holy, my child, my beloved. Someone you love very much didn't want to see your light. They turned you down not because you weren't good enough, but because your light showed them up. They didn't grow. They ran, but the truth is coming out. What was hidden will come to light. When it does, God will give you the power to either forgive and make things right or forgive and let go. The money you've been worrying about, my child, my beloved, is already taken care of. I know it's hard to believe when the numbers say something different, but heaven doesn't work by human rules. You have been given something divine, and someone who is watching you right now is supposed to bring it to you. They don't know what their part is yet, but they will act when the time is right. There will be no doubt that it was God when they do. My child, my beloved, the world teaches you to chase and strive, but heaven teaches you to align and give up. As the season changes, doors will open for you, not because you pushed them, but because people saw you standing in faith. This is favor that makes no sense, but you have to believe in order to receive. And you have to stay until the end because what comes next will make everything clear. Someone is being taken out of your life right now. Not because they are bad, but because they would have gotten in the way of what is coming. My child, my beloved, God can see things you can't see yet. Believe the exit. Believe what you hear. Believe in the removal. There is no rejection here. It's a direction change. That thing that felt like a loss will soon make sense to you. It was the only way your legacy could fully begin. I say this with a lot of love for my child, my beloved. There was a time a long time ago when you were broken though no one saw it. That's why happiness can feel far away at times, but pay attention to this. That wound is now being healed, not by words from people, but by God's help. You will feel warm in your chest before this message ends. That's not just emotion. What trauma tried to claim is touched by heaven. My beloved child, your soul really is waking up again. Even though it feels like it's sleeping again now more than ever, your spirit is in line with what heaven has always known about you. We haven't forgotten about you. You're not behind. You're not behind schedule. You are exactly where God wanted you to be and seeing exactly what He wrote just for you. This isn't a message for everyone. It is a holy record that was open just for you. Something shocking is about to come out, my child, my beloved. Someone close to you will tell you something they've been keeping from you. It might hurt, but it will set you free. Remember this when the truth comes out. What other people say doesn't change how valuable you are. Who stays or leaves doesn't tell you how valuable you are. It comes from what God said about you before you took your first breath. I want to tell you more, my child and beloved. I need to tell you about what's being planned for your family, your next steps with money, and the surprise invitation that will arrive before the end of the month. But before I go on, thank you for staying. I am now allowed to tell you what was sealed because you stayed. There aren't many people who can sit still and watch glory unfold. But you have shown that you are one of them. So your blessing won't be given to just one person. It will be squished, pressed down, overflowing, and full. This message is more than just words. It opens up your spirit. Something unseen is moving in your favor every second you stay here. Recently, something that felt like rejection to my child, my beloved, was actually a change of direction. There was no failure in the wait, the silence, or the chance that was lost. It was a different route. You tried to open a door that was too small for what God wants to send. It would have held you back, kept you from your calling. Heaven blocked it with love so that something better could get to you. Someone close to you like a friend or family member can't go with you into what's next. My child, my beloved, please don't judge me. It is in line. Their energy is no longer right for the job. Their words are heavy. It feels different to be around them. That's not making up stories. This is the rise of discernment within you. Believe it, respect it. Let go with grace. Your dreams, even the weird ones, are not random. My child, my beloved, Heaven has been talking to us through signs and pieces. Now things are becoming clearer. Your spiritual senses are getting stronger starting today. You will find meaning in things like conversations, numbers, and quiet times in nature. Say in a quiet voice, I receive the divine meaning. That word or phrase is important. Your body has been under a lot of stress lately, my child, my beloved. Fatigue that doesn't match up with work, a cloud over your mind. You feel antsy in your chest. These are not illnesses. They show that there is spiritual resistance. The darkness tried to squeeze you down, but it failed. Your soul is growing. From now on, your body will start to feel at peace. That's not making up stories. That's being present. My child, my beloved, a miracle is coming from somewhere you wouldn't expect. It could be someone you don't know very well, a sudden message, or a chance meeting you didn't plan. You will know it right away when it comes. Your spirit will soar. That is the mark. Do not wait when it happens. Take it quickly. Answer. This miracle is only available for a limited time and was chosen just for you. You have quietly asked me how much longer. My child, my beloved, God heard you. The wait is almost over. The big break is almost here. Get your heart ready to receive without any doubt. Don't let past delays make you doubt yourself. Delivery today. It took longer because it's bigger. Let me discuss a fear you don't often share, my child, my beloved. The worry that you missed your chance. It's not true. Heaven took care of things in your favor while you were safe. The delay was not a punishment, but a way to get ready. What you were chasing is about to come back to you. Someone, my child, my beloved, is watching your life from afar and can make you feel better with just one word. They're close, but they haven't talked yet. As you read on, your spirit is drawing their attention to you. You're not being nice here, it is in line. People will notice you soon without you having to try. Heaven kept you hidden for a reason, my child and beloved. What felt like being invisible was actually safety. If you were seen too early, the wrong people would have shaped you and the wrong stage would have worn you out. But now God is showing you more and more to yourself first, then to other people. Do not forget about what will happen in the next 24 hours. My child, my beloved, there will be a change. A name, a number, a call, or a message. You'll figure it out. When it happens, take a moment to thank God before the result shows up. Being thankful brings it closer. You were not born just to survive, my child, my beloved. You were meant to wake up. That awakening is taking place right now. It's empty to feel old desires, places, feel strange. You're not hurt. You are being born again. You can't live in the old space as the new you. God is setting up a bigger, better, and more peaceful place. Heaven wants you to understand this, my child and beloved. You're not behind schedule. You're not behind. You're right on time. If you stay true to this message, the end will take away all the doubts you've been having. Some people will not understand what you should do next, my child, my beloved. Allow them to be. You don't have to give explanations for what God told you. People in the crowd might not understand what God is saying, but your spirit will. Being obedient is the key to your future. Move forward even if you're by yourself. I know this message is long, my child and beloved. I know that life has taught you to hurry and skip over the truth. Some people miss out on what those who stay, dwell, and remain until the end get. It looks like you are one of the few people heaven sees as stable because you are still reading. Nobody can stop these people from getting favor. What happens next is not just the end, my child, my beloved. This is a revelation. Before I let it go, please know this. You went deeper into the miracle zone because you chose to keep going. This is where time bends, answers come faster, and fates are changed. Because you stayed, I can now show you what many others were not allowed to see. It's not because you are perfect. In heaven, patience is rewarded. This is another reason why it's important to stay in touch. You are telling God, I choose to stay where He is speaking to me when you subscribe. Consistency, not chance, is what makes prophetic promises come true. When you subscribe, you stay in sync with the timing and instructions that heaven is sending you for this time in your life. You are about to see something that other people could only dream of. Oh, my child, my beloved, I have to tell you about a real place, not a made-up one. A new place has been set up for you that is peaceful, bright, and safe. You felt it, but don't know why. This place isn't just about where it is. It's also about how it fits together. Your spirit knows you are being called higher, which is why you feel uncomfortable where you are right now. You're not going to force this move. It will happen quickly and easily. Don't wait for the signal to act. Someone strong, someone who has power over nature, has recently thought about you, my child, my beloved. They may not know you very well or have even never met you. But God put your name or energy in their spirit. They're being put in place like chess pieces. And the move they make will help you in ways you could never plan. Keep an open mind. Expect a strange favor. My beloved child, I'm about to tell you something that not many people are ready to hear. Somebody who left you is coming back, but not the same person they were before. The painful old version is being taken away. It won't be a mess when they come back. It will be clear. But you need to ask God if reconciliation is part of your future or if this return is just the end of the story. My child, my beloved, your life has been brought to the attention of a courtroom in heaven. The accuser said you weren't good enough, that you messed up, and that you were no longer qualified. But heaven didn't use the fact that you were perfect as proof. It used your hard work, your prayers, your tears, and your willingness to give up when no one was looking. The choice has been made, divine compensation owed. My child, my beloved, what you are about to get is not like anything else. It's heaven, so keep it safe. Not every person needs to know. Some people will smile even though they are angry. Be smart about how you handle what's coming. Have a quiet party. Thank God very much. Let other people know when you can't hide it any longer. My child, my beloved, someone has been watching you grow. It could be someone you used to doubt. They used to doubt your faith, but now they understand. They will soon say they were wrong. Do not use that time to get back at someone. Use it as proof that their approval was never needed for you to be promoted. My beloved child, a divine chance is coming up in a few days. It might not seem very important or interesting at first glance, but inside it is a magical door that leads to a huge space. The person who brings it might not know how powerful it is, but you will. It will be clear to your spirit. When it comes, act quickly with faith and move. The enemy tried to tell you that you were too late, too tired, too broken, or too normal. My child, my beloved, those lies were meant to make you feel smaller. You're still here, though, and you still believe. That's why your spirit is strong. Heaven will always trust a soul that won't give up. My beloved child, a divine chance is coming up in a few days. It might seem small, unimportant, or unnoticeable, but it's actually a supernatural door to something very big. The person who brings it might not understand how valuable it is, but you will. Your spirit will understand. Do not wait. Have faith and act quickly. The enemy tried to tell you that you were too late, too tired, too broken, or too normal. My child, my beloved. But those were lies meant to keep you from going. Just look at you now. You're still standing and moving forward. That's why God trusts you. I have to tell you something holy now, my child, my beloved. The physical pain you feel is connected to the emotional weight you were never meant to carry by yourself. A lot of your tiredness came from carrying other people. God is taking that away now. In the coming days, your body will feel lighter and give you more room to breathe. This isn't making things up. It is divine freedom. I'm not done yet, my child, my beloved. This part is very important. It has to do with keeping a promise in your family tree. An era is coming to an end. A blessing is coming out. A name is being written in a book of the dead. You chose to go on and heaven's answer is clear. What has been living in the background of your life will now be healed, and it will be healed for many generations to come. My child, my beloved, there has been a struggle going on in your family line for a long time. It shows up as heartbreak, financial ruin, sudden loss, silent betrayal, or chances that don't materialize at the last minute. It didn't come with you at first, but it quietly followed you. Today was picked by God to be the end of that pattern. You break things. You are the start. What stops with you won't go to your kids or the people who carry your spirit. My child, my beloved, heaven knows what you gave up, how much pain you carried in silence, and how much forgiveness you showed even when it hurt. It wasn't missed at all. Every quiet choice built spiritual credit. And now that credit is being given out as a miracle of generations. What you went through in private will be remembered in public. Your name has been written in the book of remembrance again, my child and beloved. This book exists in the spirit world and keeps track of those who stayed true even when no one saw or heard them. Today, People not only remembered your name, they praised it. The next 7 years of your life will be shaped by a scroll with your name written in golden light. 7 years of healing, provision, and favor that lets things open that no one else can. Someone is coming to say sorry to you, my child, my beloved. Heaven has put a heavy burden on them to make things right. Even if you don't want or expect it, when it does happen, pick peace over pride. If you do that, a window will open right away and the thing you've been waiting for will come faster than before. My child, my beloved, your name is going to be linked to a big change in money. This is not a normal provision. This is a transfer from God. Not only to bless you, but also to set something up through you. A mission, a purpose, a work. It will happen out of the blue. And you'll know it's from God because it will bring peace, not stress. You won't have to ask or chase. It will find you the same way this message did. God kept you from being seen too soon, my child and beloved. This is the reason some things didn't grow quickly and some people didn't see you. This wasn't a sentence. It was for safety. It's bad to be exposed without being ready. But now the preparation is done. The curtain is going up. Get ready to be seen. You were never meant to barely make it through life, my child and beloved. That wasn't ever the plan. The pain and patterns that you didn't have to carry led you off track. Now the original plan is being brought back to life. It was a plan full of peace, joy, laughter, and love. You'll laugh again, and this time you won't lose something afterward. Heaven has sent 2 angels to walk with you for the next 14 days, my child, my beloved. They will be there in a soft, but real way. You could feel calm, warm, or certain. All of a sudden, they're not here to see how smart you are. They're here to watch over what's coming and what's being planted right now. My child, my beloved, it's time to let go of the labels you were afraid would forever define you. In heaven, your name was never written next to shame, mistakes, loss, or fear. You are chosen, beloved, and deserving according to God. You need to say the same truth to yourself now. Miracles happen more quickly when what you say matches God's truth. Say it now. I have been picked. I am ready. I accept what heaven has set aside for me. I saw a vision from God of what will happen in the next 72 hours in the last part of this message. My child and beloved, someone you didn't expect to meet and a voice from your past will come back to you with a surprise. Because you chose to go on, heaven is now opening the last part of the scroll that has your name written on it. What I'm about to say is not a secret. The timer, the countdown, and a direct message from heaven will all show up in 72 hours. In the next 72 hours, 3 things will start to move, my child and beloved. First, a name will come up in a conversation, a dream, a song, or a message. This name isn't just a guess. That person is moved by God to either give you back something they took away or free you from a tie that is draining you. Their freedom will set your blessing free. Second, a chance or door you thought was closed will open again in a different way. It will come back different, and this time things will go better. The mistake you thought was there is now being fixed. Third, there will be a quiet time when you feel at peace. This could be at night or early in the morning. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith. And as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Say out loud, "God, I accept everything you planned for me before I was born. I'm ready." That sentence will finish the alignment. Someone from your past will reach out to you, "My child, my beloved." Pay close attention. You can find proof of everything you've read in their words. Heaven planned this moment a long time ago. A note was written next to your name in heaven's record, "My child, my beloved." Today, the transfer began. You have been given something spiritual, physical, and unexpected. Even though you can't see it yet, this message is proof. Many people would have left before this point, but you stayed, my child, my beloved. That's why your reward will be better than you thought. Be careful what you say now. Don't say bad things about what God is building. Believe in it and water it. Talk about life. Talk about trust. It's done, my child and beloved. What was broken is now whole again. What was delayed is now out in the world. Things that were sealed are now open. You didn't just read something. A miracle happened to you. Please whisper this last truth to my child, my beloved. God, thank you. I'm ready. I'm not going to miss what you had planned for me. The scroll is still open because you stayed. You read more than just books. This was written because of you. If this strikes a chord with you deeply, if you know this to be true, then respond with intention. Write, "I am ready to receive" in the comments, not as a wish or a hope, but as a statement of being ready. Heaven moves when people say they are ready, not just feel ready. Heaven now says, "Trust me, it's not that you are perfect, but that you stayed." There are times when advice comes with a warning. Not because someone is mad, but because they care. Do not be afraid to take today seriously. You are safe, guided, and being watched over. Move forward now. God will not give up on you yet. Before everything shuts down, my child and beloved, let me leave you with this last covering. It's more important than you think that you made it to the end. Most people leave when messages get too heavy, when the truth needs to be heard, or when they are being led, but you stayed. There are times when advice comes with a warning. This is not because God is mad, but because timing is important. You don't have to live with things that aren't meant for you. What you do after reading this message will affect how slowly and easily things will go from here on out. This message did not happen by accident. If it made you stop and think or feel alert deep down, today is important. But don't be scared. It's safe for you. You are being led. You are being carefully watched over. Don't rush or be afraid as you move forward. Messages like these should only stay in your life if they feel right to you. Now move forward in peace. God is still dealing with you. One last thing to do before you leave. Share this if it made you feel something. Breakthrough gets stronger as it moves. Sharing this message from the prophet doesn't split your blessing. It makes it bigger. What you send out into the network comes back to you stronger, more confirmed, and faster. Do one simple thing to show that you agree before you leave. You are not supporting a platform when you like this video. Instead, you are showing that you agree with it. I receive this word as a powerful act of faith. A lot of people don't know this, but agreement makes flow possible. When you like this video, you make the movement of God's favor around you stronger. This means that what was said will continue to work in your life after this moment. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This psychic herd principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.